Marc Stein of the Stein line reported that Evan Fournier is a potential target for the Washington Wizards due to the fact that Frenchmen Bilal Coulibaly and Alex Sarr are now obviously key part of the plans. So, and people forget Evan Fournier, even though he's been playing in the league for a while, he's only 31. And I think part of the reason is his tenure in New York put a bad taste in everyone's mouth. And I don't think it is necessarily his fault. It was just he wasn't a fit for the team. So at that point, they just didn't play. And I think if you're going to bring in a guy who's going to be a veteran minimum, we have a need for depth at the wing position. So he's going to be a guy that is going to be able to come in and provide actual minutes for this team, either as a starter or as a guy off the bench. So I'm not too worried about the idea of Evan Fournier being a bad, like at worst comes to worst, you just cut the guy. Like we're in a situation, if we're getting guys to 1-year deals, even if they're not better at minimum, we're in a rebuilding position where anything that isn't going to financially handicap us or mortgage the future, it's a free chance, because why not? And at 31, he really played well. You extend him, or you give him a multi-year deal where at that point you're thinking first it is fully guaranteed, and then the next couple of years have like non-guaranteed with full, guaranteed dates, so you could trade him before those activate. That way, if he does pan out, you can move on from them if a team really wants to acquire him, or just keep him for cheap. Or, worst comes to worst, if it doesn't work out, he's a guy that ends up working out, being a guy that like helps his team out. Like they said, having 2 Frenchmen, which I'm not looking to look it up right now, but I know obviously Bilal Coulibaly and Alex Sarr are young dudes. I don't believe either of them are on the national team, just because I could be wrong. I'm now like curious, France basketball roster, as they might both be on it. Obviously, they probably are like on the equivalent to like the Team USA has like the select team. The French probably have their own equivalent to the select team. So I wonder if that's going to happen, or do they have that? All right, so Bilal Coulibaly, and I don't know if Sarr's on there, but I know it says Bilal Coulibaly is. If Bilal Coulibaly is, it makes sense that Evan Fournier probably has, a connection with Bilal. And at this point, you're investing in those 2 guys, so why not get somebody that they're acquainted with, who's probably already a mentor? So it makes it a lot easier in that sense. I do wonder if you're looking at it from, if he's not going to play any minutes, I still think it's fine, because of the whole having, a French speaking guy who's been a young French kid in the country. I think is a huge thing for them. Now, hopefully it is just for the veteran minimum. He's coming off a big deal, not having played much. It's not like his stats were impressive with Detroit. So Bilal Coulibaly and Evan Fournier are both on the team, but Alex Sarr. So either way, I just think having him there, I think it's just, it's not like it's a huge reward. It's just low risk all around. But let me know.